Hi, it's Dawn Whitaker, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the effects on a relationship when you have a baby. First of all, it is massive and it's life-changing, and you don't necessarily always see how it's going to affect your relationship with your spouse. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that I see and what you can do to make that better. The first thing is, especially for a breastfeeding mum, a lot of the responsibility is going to fall on you, and that can often sort of put a little bit of a wedge in between you and your husband. Men can often feel a little bit pushed out. You're going to be up all night, you're going to be the one that's feeding the baby, it's you that's going to be tired. Women can often feel the need to protect their husband's sleep, so they end up always being the one to tend to the baby. Dads often then, in order to get enough sleep, sometimes move themselves to another room. That can put an even bigger wedge into the marriage. It's really important that you parent together, and it can sometimes be difficult to hand a little bit of that responsibility back to your husband. And what I mean by that is that if the whole going to bed routine or the whole overnight routine has really fallen on your shoulders, it can be difficult to know how to integrate your partner to make that change. I can tell you that when you make that change, it can be amazing for the relationship. The amount of women that I've worked with that haven't been able to let go and hand that responsibility over for a few months after the baby comes, when they actually do that and their partner comes back into the picture and starts to do more of the bedtime routine, starts to take some of that stress off your shoulders, the baby starts to go to sleep better, starts sleeping better overnight, it really starts to bring you both back together again. And I don't think anybody at the beginning can actually really sort of prepare you for what it's going to be like in those first few months. And until you're in it and you live in it, it can be very difficult to understand what that sleep deprivation feels like. The hormones in your body are a little bit different. But try not to create a situation too much where everything falls on your shoulders. You're not the only parent. There are two parents in most relationships. Give some responsibility back to your husband. Just remember at the end of the day that you are married to your husband. You're not necessarily married to your children. Your children are going to leave one day. They're going to have their own life. I always say to my kids, I've given you life, it's your job to live it, but at the end of the day I know they're all going to leave home one day and I'm going to be left here with my husband, and I have to make sure that that relationship stays alive.